Buddy, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm so happy people are here, especially because I changed the time. Welcome, come on in. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We never did this on hump day. It's so exciting. Open up the chat. Hi, Robin. Ooh, can't spell everyone without the Y. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in, everybody. I'm in a minute early, so no rush. Hi, Debbie. All set for World. I am not set for World, Robin. I had on the quest with us tomorrow, and well, I'm heading on. We were trying to get there a day early, and then now there's storms in New Jersey, so we have to leave at 9 a.m. and I was not prepared. So that is what as I was leading up to this. Literally until a minute ago, I'm shoving clothes into my suitcase because I wasn't supposed to leave until 4 o'clock tomorrow. Hi, Scott. Hi, Emma. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining. Oh, I'm so excited to register for all your sessions. A lot are gone. I know it's a lot. It's exciting, but it's a lot. Hi, Kathy. Come on, everybody. Hi, Christopher. Hello. I can't get over, I will never get over the fact that Joshua says I sound so different when I'm saying hello to everyone, but I'm just excited. And also because there's that hiccup every time we sign on. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's been a few weeks. I had to adjust because I am leaving tomorrow for the Quest with Us. If you're not from my host agency, Quest with Us is it we are traveling with a bunch of our advisors. And we are headed on the Norwegian Aqua for a week starting on Saturday, but we're headed in a little early. Thank goodness we are, because weather happens clearly. But I'm headed out tomorrow, so I would have been on the plane originally, but now I'm not. It's all complicated. I am on the Aqua. I'm very, very excited. But thank you for joining me tonight. If this is your first time here by chance, thanks for joining us. We try and do this every Thursday. It has not been going that great this summer because we are busy. We are traveling. Things are happening. So hi, Lilith. I know. Well, yeah, tsunami canceled. Thank goodness. Listen, it's crazy weather right now. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura DeVeiga. I am the Director of Agency Development at WorldVia Travel Network. And I will get you Aqua Video, Scott. Hi, Rhonda. And I oversee kind of our expansion efforts and bringing new members on, as well as onboarding and our member success team. I've been in the industry for 14 years, and I have seen many different lives in that. Part of it has been an advisor like all of y'all, owned my own agency for a little bit, worked as on the business development team, was in national accounts for many years, went on to run that team for a period of time. And now I'm over here at WorldVia Travel Network, just loving my life. Truly, not exaggerating when I say that. And I put these sessions together each week because in all my travel lives, I saw that there was a need for personal and professional development out in the travel world. So I give it to you every Thursday. It is a brief little thing that we do. Usually Thursdays. This week it's Wednesdays. But if you like Wednesdays, let me know. Maybe we'll humor this. I don't know. And I do this just to offer some opportunity to learn more and get to know more. So this week, I'm talking way too fast. And I haven't even had that much coffee today. This is nerves and adrenaline because I'm leaving hours earlier than I was supposed to tomorrow. But tonight we're getting into video mark. Oh, and this is Timothy. New characters. Joshua very lovingly said, if you're part of my host agency, WorldVia, Joshua is our CRO, our Chief Revenue Officer. He said my office is becoming a little bit like Pee-wee's Playhouse, and I'm here for it. And why that is because I was like, have you met Timothy? And he's like, what is that? And I said, well, I bought him from TJ Maxx. I couldn't put him away. What's the point of putting him away now? He's going to stay out until Halloween. And then later I said something and I said, oh, well, Linda thinks. And if you don't know what Linda is, I don't know if you've seen these on the internet and I've really derailed guys, but she's my emotional support dumpster fire. My best friend got her for me. He said, it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I named her Linda. And I just have a cast of characters in here. And then usually Ellie, my dog's in here, but Ellie's outside right now. Derailed a bit, but that's why I jokingly say I'm kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse. We'll have to think of it. You do need a Linda. Lilith, she's fabulous. I love her dearly. I also have Dobby. I'm really. This is my daughter made him. He's a Wooble. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Woobles. So I have Dobby. Think of a Pee-wee's Playhouse name for me, guys. We'll rein it in and make something of it. But tonight for getting into video marketing. And I would love to know, as I'm pulling the presentation up. Oh, and also, if it's your first time here, I'm going to pop the Facebook group into the chat. Feel free to add yourself. That's how you know when things are happening, when sessions are changing. That's how all of you ended up here tonight. And I'm so incredibly thankful that you did, and truly grateful, because I wouldn't be here if you guys weren't showing up every week. So it is endlessly, endlessly appreciated. I'm going to pop that link into the chat. Paste. If you're not in there, add yourself in so you know what's going on. And then I'm going to pull the presentation up. But how many of you, and be honest, are venturing currently into video marketing? Scott, I know you are, right? Because that's where you're looking for video. And I believe we talked about, but where's everybody at with video marketing? Paul, you are. So you're messing around with it. How many of people, those of you that, Laura, I get it. That's what I'm here for. Nope, everything but Sal. Fair enough, fair enough. I try to put out a video daily. Christopher, that is an incredible habit to be on and stay on it. That's why you're here. Beautiful. And that's okay. That's why I'm asking. Those of you that are doing it, okay, Julie, you just answered my question. You need more confidence. Kyle, you are, but you're slowly starting. Lilith, the video scares you. I get it. Thinking about it, just don't know where to start, Emma. I understand. Scott, yes, I have something to ask of NCL-centric advisors, but don't want to hijack the meeting. We'll hijack the meeting at the end. We have time for that. Lindsay, you're brand new, but planning to. Fabulous. Well, welcome to this crazy industry. Patty, you want to, but have some photos and videos that haven't posted. Okay, that's fair. And Roddy, you've been discussing. That's the whole point of the session. Let's be clear. Those of you that are doing it, as I'm pulling this up, what are your feelings about it? Are you comfortable with it? Does it make you nervous? Where are you feeling about the whole thing? I know when I first started, I think I've been honest with you guys about this a bit previous to this. I was not comfortable with it when we had our agency. And lovingly, my coworker and a co-owner, I should say, she handled a lot of it, or she would at least record me. I was fine being recorded, but the posting of it all and where to post it was really lost on me. And that was something I had to work on. I got better about it, and I'm trying to get better every single day. And I think that's incredibly important, is just making the effort. Sorry, I'm just copying over my notes here. Beautiful. There we go. So that's what's the most important piece of this, is just making sure you're staying active in it, because you can get real lost in the shuffle real fast if you don't. So what do we got in here? Been discussing. Okay, excited about doing it while I'm on my trips. Fabulous. Kathy, I have to learn my Osmo Pocket 2. Oh, and then you'll try video. The algorithms have changed again. No. Nope, can't do it. You've tried. Well, Debbie, we're gonna walk you through it. We're gonna get you through it, and we're at least gonna get you something to try something. Paul, can be challenging. Platform variant, software push helps. Absolutely. Worried, scared, petty. All right, let's get into it. I've done what I needed to do on my setup here. Let's get into this presentation and let's talk about it, right? Let me share the screen really quickly. Let me turn the sound off on my phone. I don't ever have sound on. I'm shocked it's going off. I don't know if y'all are like me with that. I always jokingly say to my husband, because he always has his phone on, and I'm like, why? Who are you talking to like that? I haven't had my phone on since 2012, I think, the sound on it. All right, sharing the screen. We're going this version today. We're going side by side. The text is going to be a little small. I know this. I'm going to talk you through it. Don't be stressed. And if you have any questions, just ask me to clarify. But just kind of I'm also, listen, I may be a little ahead of spooky season. It was on sale on Hallmark. I'm sorry. All right. Video marketing for travel advisors. Your phone is permanently on silent, as it should be. That's how I feel. I mean, teach their own. Why it works and how to get started. So this is a couple pieces that we're going to talk about why you should be doing it if you aren't. And if you aren't, I get it. If you're scared, I get it. We've all been there. And we're going to talk about how to start if you haven't started. And then just some different methods if you are in there, about what maneuvering, things like that. Okay. When we're talking about why it builds trust, it showcases your expertise, it grows your brand. There's huge, huge pieces to why you should and shouldn't be doing this. And I promise you, a little ounce of effort in this is going to go a heck of a long way. So hear me out on this one. And like I said, I was very timid to it, I guess is the way to say it. I got a lot better about it along the way. So let me pop to this next slide here. Okay, So what are we going to talk about today? What are we getting into, right? One, we're going to talk about why video is a huge game changer, right? And then this is whether you're camera shy or you're hitting record right now, it doesn't matter. Why this video is a game changer. Where and how to use the videos, that's really important. Easy content ideas we're going to go through, and some tools and filming tips is the idea behind today. Lilith, I need to find a good video editing platform because I hate the way I look on camera. That's fair. Well, I have some ideas of some video editing platforms in here. I would love to hear some of you that already are using some, what you prefer in the chat. I use a few different ones. I will be honest, some of them are paid, so I don't want to bury the lead there. But I will talk through some of the things that I use, and we can talk through some different options as we go through. So, why video is a game changer? These are the biggest components, right? One, video is creating a personal connection. We are in a digital world. We are losing the plot sometimes, as I lovingly like to say, but people want to see your face. They want to hear your voice. They want to feel the craziness that is this Pee-wee's Playhouse, right? They want to get that through a video. People buy on heart and justify it later. They want to buy from you. The reason they're not buying just on the internet is because they don't want an order taker. They want someone to help them. They want your personality. So giving opportunity to see that is incredibly helpful. Also, it builds trust and credibility way faster than text and photos. I have some statistics up on here, but 80% more likely booking hood, right? Filters. What do you need filters? People are more likely to book travel after watching a destination video. They just are. That's why more people are going to TikTok to see where people are going. That's why people are getting interested in those spaces, because video. There's a really interesting gentleman. I'm so many of you've seen him. His name is Ka Lee. He's talking about how if you're not doing reels on Facebook, oh yes, they do make you look better. I get it. If you're not doing reels on Facebook, you're losing huge amounts of business, because that is where people are going to watch to see where they want to go. You also have 2 times the share rate when you share a video, which I think is very important, because if you put the video out and somebody likes it, they're more likely to share it, especially when you get into things like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Sharing is huge, and that broadens your network. They're going to see where it came from. The odds are they might like your page or follow your page. It's really important. And then 95% message retention. Viewers retain information from video compared to 10% from text alone. That's why I wanted to get to that quote from what I kind of just came from. It's much build your trust faster, build your credibility faster. It's a really great option. Today's travelers want to picture themselves in a place. They don't just want to read about it. They don't. You'll notice if you open the New York Times online, or any sort of news article, whatever your preferred method of reading is, there more often than not is a video attached to it, because they know most of the audience, their attention span is not going to retain it, and they're not going to read it. So they're going to appeal to the audience that grabs them, right? And especially because algorithms are set up to put your video in front of the right faces, in front of the people that want to see it. So it's really important that you're working in that system. And marketing on socials is free. You can choose to pay, but it's free, which is a really huge thing. So again, videos equals trust, authority, reach. Your video builds trust by showcasing your expertise, passion for travel. I'm just reading off the page right now. And it allows you to connect with clients in a way that text and photos just can't, right? Okay. I have a YouTube channel set up. I just didn't know exactly what to put on there. I can't do lives yet, but I think I could do a recording. I know YouTube is huge. More people search in YouTube for answers than I think. I'm making up statistics now. I look up my other ones for anything, but more than anywhere else. My children, and I know children are not buying trips, but their parents are watching videos with them. They're around them. My children go to YouTube for literally everything. How to do things, where to go for things. Yeah, mine too. Mine is empty right now. That's okay. One, it's important that you have the YouTube space. We can fill it later. You can also start to record a bunch of things to load in. Because a big thing is consistency. And we'll talk about this later, but I'm big on batching videos. And then loading them up and coming in a consistent manner, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, whatever makes the most sense. So where to use video, right? Let's get into that. Short form video. So if you're not comfortable talking for long periods of time, where do these make sense? So I'm talking 15 to 60 seconds. You're keeping it short and sweet and to the point. You're looking at Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts for this. But I can tell you, again, young adults, Gen Z, I dare even say millennials, they are consuming short videos like this and at a constant rate. And if we are pretending they aren't traveling, we are losing a lot of money. And there's actually statistics out there that Gen Z is more likely to use a travel advisor than millennials or Gen X because they're more willing to pay for convenience. They're from the generation of DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all that stuff. Rocky, welcome. It's not that late. We just really got started. It's okay. It's on a different night. I'm throwing everybody off. You don't have to apologize. So that's what these are for, right? So again, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I'm going to get into why you should record one and cut it for all the different places in a bit, but this is where your short form video lives, are in these spaces, because that's how they're consuming it, right? People don't want to watch long, especially younger generation. They struggle to watch long form videos. I'll be honest, I will sit, and if I'm not hooked in the first couple seconds, I move on. So sometimes it's even like what you're putting in the beginning stages. Talk about that a little bit later, but it's great for these short videos, quick travel trips, tips, destination teasers, behind the scenes moments are really great in these spots. So things like, do you have your real ID yet? That's a quick little 60-second video. Are you aware of Club Mobe in Montego Bay? And talk a little bit about that. Do you see the new update to Disney destinations? I'm just making these things up. Did you see where On the Waterways is stopping next year, where they had stopped last year? Like quick little pieces like that are really great in those spots. Then, of course, there's long form content. You'll notice I specifically wrote 2 to 10 minutes here. Okay, because I do fall into the space of 8 minutes is the sweet spot. You can look into there's some statistical facts. This 7 to 8 minutes is generally people's attention span. You can go up to 10, you can go as low as 2, but your long form content should sit somewhere in that space, right? So, and it's great for, now we're getting into YouTube tutorials, talk through the things a little bit more in depth, detailed destination guides, comprehensive travel planning advice, and it's great for established expertise and SEO benefits. The longer you talk, the more keywords it's going to pull out of it, and then that's going to increase your SEO, and you're going to get pulled up on. And it's great for, so like if there's a new itinerary you really love for a river cruise or an ocean cruise, or there's a new cruise line ship maybe, you can talk more in detail about the great benefits and features than you can in 15 to 60 seconds. So that's what's great in these spots. Long form content, I also believe it's great if you have some visuals. Helps a lot. Now, I also know I am coming to you from a piece of long form content that is much longer than 10 minutes. Mine is educational. We're talking different ballparks here. When you're trying to grab quick attention and get people interested in booking a trip, 2 to 10 minutes is a really good spot. That doesn't mean you can't go over. That doesn't mean you can't talk for a half hour. I'm just saying this is when you look into what works and what doesn't work, they recommend these time periods, especially for when you're getting into these kind of content. Now, live video. Live video scares the crap out of so many people, and I'm sure a lot of people on this call as well. And I get it. Not everyone. Oh, see, Christopher said, I'll skip over videos that are more than 15 minutes. I get it. I'll be honest with you. And I said, Joshua, if you're listening, sometimes Joshua will send me a video that's 30 minutes to an hour long. And I said, unless I can watch that 2 times, I'm not at 2 times speed. I don't know if I'm going to get through that. It's just because we are busy people. And so getting through those kind of longer pockets of information, if you can get it to it short and sweet, that's the way to get people's attention. Do we need to be careful not to give too much away so they don't book another? Absolutely. Listen, there is a beautiful line you can dance with giving vague information without giving them everything. That is a dance you'll learn with time. But at the end of the day, they don't have the backlog of knowledge in their brains like we have. So as long as you just are kind of talking over certain situations, that's incredibly helpful. I wouldn't go into this EA room category on Norwegian is going to be this price for these dates and this. Don't give them that much. Give them a reason to come back to you, right? But you can be like, look at this gorgeous ship. Look what you're able to do in it. Look at your food options. Look at the different room categories that are available. Don't get into too much. You want them to come back first, and you want them for a reason to ask questions to you. So yes, you do want to be careful, but you don't have to be too overly cautious because they don't know they have the knowledge you have. Live video, let's get back into that. So places you can do live video. First, Facebook Live, of course, and it is still the most common. Instagram Live, incredibly common. Less common, LinkedIn Live sessions for Q&As, things like that. And great in these spots are destination walkthroughs, travel planning workshops, things like that. I clearly do this session live because I think it works really well live. And I don't do this in Facebook. I would do this in Zoom. It's a slightly different situation because but I'll be honest, we're humoring putting in a different live space. You can also do YouTube live. It depends on the kind of audience you're trying to pull, right? The more live and more public, more likely the viewers you're going to get, more you're going to bring on board. So be timid to gatekeep things because there's no reason you need to. But different things you can do in live, like it says, if you're happen to be on board, you want to walk through the dining hall of somewhere, great visuals. You want to walk through the pool area so people can get an idea on what like a resort looks like or a cruise ship looks like. If you're in destination in Europe on an FIT, walk them through what the port is like, walk them through the experiences you're on. Sometimes people get caught up in the live video that it has to be full frontal on your face. It doesn't. It really doesn't. It can be completely external. It can be observing. I find those are the ones I get caught up on when I'm scrolling on TikTok. And I'm like, well, where are they going? I'm looking and see where they're at. So don't think that it has to be all your face, and don't think it has to be you talking all the time. A lot of it's just visual. So just to think of those things. Now, I will say, know your endpoint when you're doing a live. Nothing kills an audience like going a long stretch for too long where nothing's happening. So again, speaking of dances, that's a dance you'll figure out. But what I will tell you, the best thing with this is just to try it and see what works and then adjust. Don't assume that you just have to have it all figured out the first time. Nobody does. So don't stress about it. Personal video. One-on-one connection. So these are personalized video messages for client proposals, itinerary presentations, follow-up communications. This is a slightly different touch. So this isn't quite marketing, but I wanted to include it in here because I've been seeing some people do this. We are in a different age, right? I started in a storefront agency. Not everyone is in that scenario. Most people are home-based now, but you want that personal connection, like when you're explaining documentation or going through the proposal, record yourself, send it over to them. Let them feel your personality. It's a really cool little nice touch that you can add, and they know it's directly to them because it's their trip. And then if it's a group, they could share that with the rest of their group so they don't have to explain all the details, because nothing messes up a trip more than third-party communication. And my family is a great example of this. I say something to a group of my family, my mother interprets it a different way. All of a sudden, we're going on a different trip and going to 6 different places. And that's okay. That's how she takes that information. But if you're in a large group of people, a video is a great way to send that messaging along. Just some fun ideas, fun, different things to do in this space. Oop, let's see here. Clicked off the slide, so it doesn't move forward for me. So, easy video content ideas. Kind of talked through some examples here, but we're not reinventing the wheel here, especially if you're just getting started. Don't think that you have nothing will get, I see happen more is that people get caught up in decision fatigue and they want to build this big elaborate plan and they want to have this great content, and then everyone wants great content. Just record yourself. Just hit record. Start simple, start easy. Travel tips, hacks. What do you already know? What's already natural and innate in you, right? Like, what is it talking about the airport? Like I have a list here. Is it talking about money? Is it talking about customs? Is it what makes you the expert? That's the big piece. And again, it's you love travel. Talk about what you enjoy about it. You don't have to get into the nitty-gritty details yet. Just hit record. So, some great examples of this is and I know I have these listed, but I'm just going to kind of talk through them as we get through. If I miss any, I'll go back. But like sharing 3 tips when you're visiting a specific destination. Like I know if somebody's going, like I'll say, for example, I was just in Salt Lake. I would say, oh, like make sure you hike the, I'm losing the name of it. There's a peak that you hike around, and I'm a terrible travel advisor right now. Make sure you go to Park City. It's only an hour drive away and it's absolutely gorgeous. I would dare say make sure you hit up a swig when you're in Utah. That is exciting. I would say go to the Salt Flats because it's like you're on another planet. Like just talk about those little things. Rob, I mentioned that you have some great deals not available anywhere else. Also, that's how you should close every video. Hey, I've got some deals that nobody else has. Give me a call if you want to. What you want to sucker them in at the end. That's what we'll leave it that with. Also show your packing hacks. I am not your person for packing hacks. I told you guys I am packing right now. You think goodness, you cannot see that side of the room. There are just piles of clothes and they're all going to get shoveled into the suitcase. And I am not your girl in that space. But where do you buy your things from? Are you a packing cube person? Or do you have the travel essential needs of like vacuum bags? Erica, if you're part of our host agency, has a really cool cup holder for her suitcase. I was like, I need to get one of those, like things like that. Actually, I'm going to share a fun travel hack with all of y'all that is brand new. And I just because y'all are my friends. It is a gift that I got for myself that I'm very excited about. I don't know if you've seen this. I'm I'm not getting paid for this. Comfort hoodies. I don't know if you've heard of the brand. Um, they just came out with travel hoodies that have an eye mask built into the top of the hood, and then it folds into the hood. I got one. It is the most comfortable thing. I cannot wait to put it on when I get on the airplane tomorrow. Worth every penny. I highly, highly recommend. I bought one already, and for the travel people in us, you got to get one. I got the berry colored one. I got the whole sweatsuit set. I will tell you, I travel in comfort sweatsuits. They're my favorite thing to travel in. And now that they have this, game changer. Absolutely. I also got a black one for my husband, so I will also wear his because we're very similar in clothing size. How would it make the most out of a free discounted bag of laundry? Well, I don't even think I know about that, Scott. I don't even want to share those. Too hot for the Philippines. Well, that is also true, Robin, but it is not too hot for the airplane from Newark to Orlando tomorrow and back. Uh, but I just love it. It's like the perfect nightmare and it like holds into your face. Oh, that's my new favorite travel hack. I need to get Comfort to sponsor me or something because I am all in. Everyone sees because both of my sets too are bright colors, so people see me coming from a mile away, and so I just keep washing the wear. I'm gonna get more. Ooh, compression bags, great choice too. Other things you could do, give a quick destination spotlight. What do you know about, like I said, I was talking about Utah. Utah wasn't a good one. It's already out of my brain. Where was I just at most recently? Vegas. I would tell you about if you're going to Vegas, you have to check out a Mega Mart. It's very, very cool. I'll put it, I should drop an affiliate link, Anthony. I'll just put the brand name in here, Comfort hoodies. And they always like claim they're super expensive, and then it's always on super sale, and you get them for like 40 bucks a piece. Just a heads up there. And if it's not on sale, wait till it is because it always goes on sale. Um, but yeah, so I would say check out Omega Mart because it's off the strip. It's not what people think of. Everyone just thinks of the same things in Vegas. I would dare say go see a show at the Sphere because we all know I'm 2 shows in at the Sphere and now I'm obsessed. I would say what's your favorite hotel in Vegas? I'm an Aria girl. I love Aria. I love their beds. I sleep very comfortably in them. Things like that. You could record your favorite memory in a destination, and why this is very incredibly cool touch is because it's so personal to you. I will tell you, I'll do this right now. And I have used this tactic and this exact picture to book trips. And it's not me being markety, it's just a reality. The first time we took my daughter to Disney World, it wasn't just a day, we took her for a week. It was just me, my husband, and it was my older daughter. And I have a picture where she was 3 years old and she turns, the parade starts and she turns and she sees Ariel and her whole body is, you just see in this picture, she goes, and I caught it. And I have chills even thinking about it. And she has her little Mickey ears on, and they're the pure joy that's in her eyes. Like that's the moment you want to catch for people in Disney. That's why people go to Disney. You share that story, right? You share the silly stories. Like one time we were coming back, it was actually my wedding. We were coming back from Punta Cana. We had our older daughter with us. My bag was overweight, and I go to the attendant. She's like, you have to pay for it. And then my daughter peed down my husband's side, and she goes, never mind, it's on us. Like it's funny stuff like that. It's like tell those stories, get involved in the situation, have a personal connection to you. Again, people buy on heart and justify it later. Share client success stories with permission. Big piece here. Have it in client testimonials here. Ask, ask, ask. I don't know if that comfort.com is it, Robin, because theirs is spelled differently. It's not, they're very specific. I'll put the link in after. Ask for permission first. I know people assume, okay, good. I know people assume that because you book the trip, you can use their things. Do not. That is what the beauty of the welcome home email does. Ask them if you can use photos, if they will send them to you, and if you mind if you use it in marketing. talk about their trips with their permission. I would always say hide their name a little bit, and then say, Mrs. B and C did this, whatever it may be, but tell their stories, tell their experience they love. Vegas restaurant omelet house. I've never been there. Good to know, Scott. And then you can also do behind the scenes. What does a day in the life of your travel advisor life look like? I think these are a really nice touch. I think a lot of people don't understand what so many of you do day in and day out. How many do you hear on the regular? Oh, there people still use travel advisors. Drives me up the wall. I've heard it for 14 years. It's never going away. They aren't our clients. That's what I was saying. They will be when they figure it out. But just know that giving some insight to what you do every day, giving some insight. There's a girl on, I'm derailing a little bit, but it's kind of the insight to her every day. There's a girl that sells Disney vacations on TikTok, and her videos are all just her posting what she sees in Disney blogs. It cracks me up. It's like, I just, like, it's like, my daughter just fell and tripped on the street and Disney doesn't want to reimburse me for my trip. How come? And she's like typing on the keyboard, but like those videos get her thousands and thousands of views, and people are booking their trips through her because she's just putting little silly things on there, and it's in her day-to-day life, things that kick over to her. She'll read out some of her crazy emails she gets from people. Like, think that's again, I know I said don't reinvent the wheel, but if something comes up and it feels a little silly, go for it. Try it. It's not going to hurt anything. If a video goes up and fails, you can delete it if you really don't want it to be there, but don't be afraid to post it. Okay. I really went down a road there, but I think it was meme videos are the best. I love a funny video. I am a humor girl. It's what catches me. I got caught by the AI bunnies. If you guys know what I'm talking about from the last few days, they were jumping on a trampoline. I love a good silly video. So that's how you would catch me. But oh, this text came up way too small. I'm very sorry. Let me read all this off to you guys so you know what's on here. Tools and tips for filming with confidence, because that's the piece, right? A lot of times I'll see the videos and people have the best intentions. I love the bunnies too, Rhonda. I wanted it so badly to be real. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, look up animals on trampolines. There was a bear, and then people made a fake deer, and then they made fake bunnies, and I did not pick up on the bunnies. I watch people on TikTok go live, and those travel guys have 50 people in their live. I want to try and do that. Yeah, absolutely. And the best way to think of it is, because I think I catch people, Rocky, the bunnies were not real, Kevin. Okay, we're off topic. I cannot share this video with anybody other than you guys tonight, but it's worth it. I saw a very funny TikTok after. It's like, I'm going to go put myself in a corner because I thought those bunnies were real. And I was like, I need to go do that because I definitely did. My husband had to tell me, and I always bust him because he always thinks AI food is real. And I thought the bunnies were real. They were not. Rocky, I want to touch on what you just said. So I will catch people be like, oh, I only had 30 views. I only had 10 views. You were in front of 10 people for an hour. And if you had to do that individually, that would have taken 10 hours of your day. So 50 people, that is 50 hours. And you need to sleep in a day. So that is 3 days worth of nonstop work that you accomplished in 1 hour if 50 people show up. Be comfortable only being in front of 5 people. I'm going to be honest with you. I won't tell you the amount of numbers people are on here right now, but I'm always very confident in the numbers I have. We've gotten there. When we started, 3 people showed up, and then 10 people showed up, and then 25 people showed up, and then 40 people showed up. And then that number kept growing. And that's how your confidence builds. But you have to keep showing up. And that's what's difficult. And listen, I want to be very real with all of y'all. You're going to show up and it's going to surge, and then it's going to go down, and then you're going to discourage. Don't let it hold you back. Keep showing up. You have to keep showing up, and then the people will show up. It is like the field of dreams, baby. I'm making a joke, but I'm not. Like, you have to, if you're consistent, people will show. And then I'm a big believer in gratitude. That's why I always say I'm so grateful that all of you show up, because the numbers continue to grow is why I can keep showing here every day. So I appreciate y'all, but know that you have to show up. Okay, I went down a positivity route, but I think that was needed. You got to keep showing up, and people will show up for you. I promise you. Let's talk equipment. You do not have to go and buy new equipment for this, okay? You can if you want to, but your smartphone is more than good enough, okay? Your camera phone is powerful enough. Will look professional enough. iPhone and newer Androids shoot excellent video. Excellent video. Now, things I would humor possibly purchasing, you do not have to. Tripod or phone stand or a gimbal. What is a gimbal? For those of you who don't know. So it's a handheld, essentially phone stand that will stabilize, makes the videos a little bit cleaner. Do you have to buy these? Absolutely not. A $20 tripod would be just fine. They're probably even cheaper off Amazon. What it does, and I have this listed on here, it eliminates shaky footage. Now, a lot of the phones I do, Androids and iPhones now will stabilize a little bit, but the better you have, the better stabilization you have, the cleaner the video is going to be. So that's really, really important. Is that the one that you carry? The gimbal, yes, that's like a handheld and it'll kind of move with you. I'm doing crazy visuals if you can see. I do not have a gimbal yet. Well, you have one, fabulous. I do not have one yet. I want to invest in one. I do have a tripod. You almost never use it, Rocky. Interesting. And maybe I won't use it, but I do know some people love it. I have never used it. I use a tripod when I'm home. I also, now we're getting into things that you don't need to buy. I have a tripod ring light that I can hook my phone up into, so the light surrounds, and then it works really well for me. And I think I got this ring light tripod phone holder situation. It has a remote and everything. I think I got it for $15 off Amazon. They're incredibly inexpensive now because everyone makes them. Ring lights are really great for if you're doing home video, but you're not always gonna be doing home video. It's not a necessity, but it is great for coloring of video and content. If I could reach my ring light right now, I would turn it on so you could see the difference. I usually actually have it on in videos because of just the visual it gives, but I didn't do it tonight because it was pretty bright out when I started. A little bit on lighting tips really quickly. Face a window for natural light. If you notice, I had changed my office from where I used to be, is because the natural light comes in. It just reads better when we're talking about filters and things earlier. Natural light always works best. If you don't have it, a ring light is great. You don't need the ring light. It's not necessary by any means, but have some lighting. Also, I know we talked about tripods and things, but just know a good shelf also works. Do not think you have to buy a single thing. Let's see. I don't have like my gimbal that I bought. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. I like I said, I haven't tried one yet. I want to for selfies. Me too. I use them on Zoom. So, oh, there you go. So, yeah. Sound. This is a huge one for me. Again, you can get a mini mic for $20 off the internet for Amazon. I'm not telling you to buy it, but when you have the opportunity to do so, I recommend it because sometimes our phones, as great as they are, you drop it in water, you drop it outside, the junk gets in the bottom, the sound just doesn't pick up the way you want it to. You can get a mini mic for really inexpensively. It hooks right into your phone. It'll give you crystal clear sound. You can get a little crazier. I have a microphone that's a portable one that's about $100 that has little circles that just pin to my shirt. Beautiful, beautiful sound every time I use it. You do not have to get crazy with it, but if you want some clear sound, it's really helpful. And if you want people to hear you, it's a nice add-on. Again, when I always talk about priority lists on what to buy, I would probably do sound over a gimbal, or because you can hold your phone, put it on a stand, whatever, but you don't have to do any of it. All of the YouTubers use the mini mics with the fur over them that block the wind. Yeah, I have a mini mic. I do have one. I also have the little button one. I carry both with me pretty often, depending on what I'm doing. And it cost me in total for 2 whole sets, $120. Again, not telling everyone to buy anything, but just idea of that. Wireless lavalier. Yeah, lavalier bikes is what that stands for. They are best and you can get them cheap. I agree, Sal. That's essentially what this is. I mean, it's not a lavalier, but it's the same idea with my little circle. I had it on me, but I think I have it packed already for the trip. I can put the brand in the Facebook group that I have. Mini mic allows you to move without sound imperfections. Exactly, Paul. That's it. So if you don't know that, if you ever see the puffy end, that's like a sound buffer. That's why that's on there, which is pretty cool. I will say that the ones I have for the chest, it's more for like sitting interviews. It's still pretty good with sound, but the mini mic is very helpful. And again, the mini mic you can get for $20. Sandals gave them away for free at Edge this year. So like they're very inexpensive to get. Now, I will tell you, watch with the mini mics. The cheaper they are, they pick up every little sound. So just be careful. Like it will muffle the staticiness of it, but I gave my one to my daughter, the one I got from Sandals, and there was all kinds of crazy noises happening when she was playing around with it. Could also be user error, but I get derailed from my slide here. We talked about natural lighting. Oh, film near windows outside during golden hour is a great time. Good lighting makes a huge, huge difference. Like truly people will pay attention if your lighting is good. Simple editing apps. So we talked about editing apps. A couple free apps. iMovie if you have an iPhone. CapCut. Will you let you deal with it? InShot. I'm less familiar with InShot, but it was recommended to me, so I kept it in there. Add captions, trim clips, use your logo for brand consistency. You could do quite a bit in editing in TikTok, Reels, things like that. It just takes a little bit of work. Christopher, you like Canva and Canva? Yep, Canva's great also. Canva has a free option, so you don't have to pay for it. As far as paid services, I can tell you I personally use a service called Riverside that I love. It's actually what I'm going to be switching this whole program to pretty soon. It works really, really well. And what's nice about it, and what I'll talk about in a later slide, I love the idea of creating one digital content and then breaking it down into little pieces you can sell out. And Riverside will pull magic clips, as they call them, and they're little cuts. So you don't have to do that work for you. So it'll pull on keywords. So it'll already have them cut for you and you can just share them. It's a very cool tool. There is a fee to Riverside. I do not want to pretend there isn't, but there are other tools like that you can use. So, and then secret ingredient I have down the bottom here. Authentic enthusiasm. I will tell you why I love doing this is because I get to be 100% myself on these videos with you every week. I worked for a company for a long time that I had to be a little bit more buttoned up, and it was fine. But when I came into myself and when I really knew that what I learned that I love doing this is when I got to be 100% authentically myself. And I spent all that time with you. And I think that's why you all show up. I'm sure the information is helpful also, but I think when somebody talks to you from a real honest perspective, it's a lot easier to take in. It's a lot easier to latch on to. So don't try to be somebody else when you're on these videos. Only be yourself. Don't try and be the other person down the street. Don't try and be the other travel advisor. Be yourself and be what's great about you. Like do what's comfortable for you and feel and put that out there to the world. Your genuine passion for travel is more valuable than any expensive equipment piece. So we talked through a lot of things you could buy. You do not need to. Be yourself on video. Clients connect with people, not perfect productions. I will also say my videos where like tonight I am derailing left and right. I think they're better than the ones that aren't. When I'm too straightforward, it's fine, but I think you get more from the sidebars because things come out naturally. And I think you'll feel the same way as you start to record yourself. When you're in a natural element, when it feels comfortable, you're going to put out the best product. Well, thank you, Scott. I try. Listen, I'm always, if you see two sides of me, if any of you came from Wanderlust or Careers on Vacation, if you're not familiar with that, I can tell you more about later, but I do a training with them monthly, and I'm a little more buttoned up because that's not my place to be myself in. This is my place. And I'm very thankful and grateful that WorldVia lets me be myself any way I get started. And I'm very thankful for that. And it makes it all that much more comfortable for me. When you get sidetracked, it keeps me interested. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad because sometimes I think my ADHD takes over in a way that is dangerous, but I'm glad I keep everybody in. That's Pee-wee's Playhouse, right? Or Lord, there's no good I almost went like Woody's Roundup, like Laura's. I don't know. We're gonna figure out a name. We're gonna workshop it. Don't worry. All right. Next. Posting and promoting the videos. Let's get into that. You mentioned COV. Aw, thank you, Julie. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Okay, let's get into posting and promoting. You gotta hook them fast. Well, let me derail here. I'm out of order of my slides and how I wanted to go about this. But it's good. The biggest thing is what I said earlier is consistency. 1 to 2 videos a week is better than none. Do not think that you have to post every day. If you can, fabulous. I was telling somebody, I don't know what training it was in or if I was in a live session. Oh, I think I was our 90-day challenge, maybe. I don't remember who I was speaking with this about. But I saw an individual that said, every time you open TikTok, you should have to post a video. It doesn't matter what it is, to start recording yourself and talk about what your business is. And I like that idea, but also if that's not natural to you, don't force it. 1 to 2 videos is fine. If you want to record them separately and not do it live and then edit them and put them, that's totally fine. But 1 to 2 videos is better than none. Just get something out there. Okay. And a lot of it is in your technique. So I have in here like hook viewers fast. Start with a compelling question, a fun fact, a silly joke, a bold statement. You can't tell me, it doesn't matter the reels, Instagram, it doesn't matter where you're watching these short clip videos, YouTube shorts, whatever. You feel like, but let me tell you how I feel about this. And I'm in. I'm like, I want to know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I do want to know what you said about this. Let me tell you the top 5 things I learned about this. Okay, I'm in. You know, so here's what nobody tells you about Paris is the one I put here. Like, whatever it may be, yes, is it a little clickbaity? I guess, but it's not. You're trying to hook people in. That's the whole point, right? And we said it earlier. People are hooked in the first 3 seconds. So get out there. And I will tell you, I'm a millennial. I'm very close to Gen X. I'm the border, but that's okay. But I am a millennial, and there's a thing called a millennial pause, which I am guilty of, which is because we are used to dial up and my phone making crazy noises to get onto the internet. We still wait a second for the video to catch up to us. In that second, you've lost those first 3 seconds. So try to break that habit. I know it's something I'm working on, but they try to get in as soon as you start talking. Don't leave that delay there. Just get into it. Always add captions. I see a lot of videos that people don't put captions on, and most people aren't. I should be a boomer. Paul, you are correct. I should be a boomer. In ways you don't even know. No, I'm kidding. I watch a lot of videos and people don't put captions on them. And I don't mean like a caption to your photo. I mean like the closed captioning. 85% of videos are watched without sound. So if you don't have closed captioning, they're going to keep scrolling. Or sometimes I just need it. I'm a visual processor, so I need it as I'm watching and listening as well. Yeah, a closed caption. Listen, it happens. It also makes your content accessible. Like I have in here, it increases engagement. It works really well in algorithms if you have that in there. And most platforms offer auto captioning, but huge caveat here. You can edit the captioning, and my goodness, please make sure you look at it, because I can't tell you how many times a captioning captures something you said incorrectly and something inappropriate gets put out there that you did not say, and you just have to be very careful. So, quick asterisk there. It's important. You have captions on all my stream. I do too. I personally, that's how I process information. And I don't think I can hear just fine. Everyone processes information differently. You might be an audio learner. You might be a visual learner. You're a more tactile learner. I am very much a visual learner. I said my new favorite thing that I do now is I listen to the audiobook as I'm reading it on Kindle or in a regular book, because it's giving me a full spectrum of what I'm taking in. It's something I really enjoy doing. Repurpose content. So I talked about this earlier. Take one video and make it multiple different things. Make it an Instagram reel, make it a YouTube short, make it a LinkedIn post, put it in your email newsletter, make it a blog post. Work smarter, not harder. You don't have to make a different video for every different space. You don't have to you could do one video that can last you a whole week of content if you handle it correctly. So 30 seconds could be on YouTube, Instagram Reel, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. The longer version of it could also live just on YouTube, could live in Facebook on your group, right? Whatever you may be. And then you post maybe a long form version of it where you really get into it. It's 10 minutes long, and that can also live on YouTube in a separate situation. I don't know. I'm riffing a bit here, but there's a lot of ways that you can break up content and it can live in different spaces. And then another version, like, well, that's kind of what I just said. I dare say anytime you get into something longer than 10 minutes, break that into a lot of different pieces that can be strung along different weeks and days and stuff like that. And then I already talked about posting consistently. I jumped ahead there, but that's really important. You could do 2 to 3 videos per week. That's what I recommend in here. But like I said, 1, 2 is better than none. So try something. Focus on quality and consistency over quantity. So make sure your video is clean. Make sure you're talking clearly. You can be heard clearly. There's not a lot of distractions. Make sure there's good lighting. Just get one out there. Ooh, come on, slide. There we go. Overcoming camera shyness. I wanted to add this because I know that's nobody ever wants to hit the live button. No one ever wants to hit the record. No one ever wants. We talk about it. We're talking about what you could do, where you could put it, what kind of tools you could have, but you have to not be nervous. Confidence is key in this, and that's going to take a minute. I dare say just record yourself a few times to just get over, like shake it out. I always say that my girls are in theater. I would say, all right, let's shake it out before we get on, right? Let's shake out all the crazy. Let's shake out the uncomfortableness. Do a shakeout video. I do shakeout runs. Do whatever you have to do to shake it out. You have to listen to Shake It Off by Florence and the Machine. Also a great way to go into it. I don't know. All right. So practice off camera first is a great way to do this if you didn't want to record loosely first. But remember, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect on here. I'm as real as I can be. They want you to be relatable. Okay. So practice off camera first. Get all the crazies out. If they happen on the actual live, it does not matter. Just keep moving forward. It's kind of like in theater, bring it in there. I always say to my girls, the biggest thing you can learn in theater is how to recover from a mess up. It's not letting the audience know. You just keep on moving. So rehearse your talking points in front of a mirror or record practice runs without sharing them. Build comfort with your message before worrying about the camera. So take that time. I also say record a test video of just yourself, just kind of testing it out. So then because what will happen is if you only do off camera first, that second that light comes on, it's recording, you're going to clam up a little bit if you're camera shy. So do a test run, work it out, shake it out. Talk to a friend. That's a really easy way to do it as well. Have somebody be your test dummy of sorts. And then imagine you're talking, like you're speaking to your best friend who's planning a trip. Actually do that. It makes it a lot easier when you're with somebody you're comfortable with to kind of get that out. And also always act like you're talking to one person, not a crowd. Crowds are incredibly intimidating. It doesn't matter how many you speak in front of. I've spoken in rooms of 1,000 people before, but I focus on one person. Do not focus and think everyone's in their underwear. That does not work. It's an old tactic, but focus on one person. And that's what you'll notice. And you've probably been that person, right? Like I know I have been in an audience and I was like, oh, they keep coming back to me. Oh, they keep coming back. There, we are connecting. We might not be connecting. That person might have just saw something that clicked with them and I'm their person and they're speaking with me. And that's what gets you through a great conversation. So focus on the one. And remember just to know your stuff. Talk about what you love. We love travel. That's why we're in it. So don't stress. Focus on helping. It's another piece. If you're struggling, start to talk about why you can help, what you do. It helps. I'm trying to read through my text a little bit here, but like it also helps to decrease anxiety from them. It shows your authenticity. It's really helpful. And keep it natural. I already talked about this. I'm going to bring it again. Let that personality show. Let the imperfections shine. Make jokes about it. It makes it so much easier. They don't want perfection. They want connection. Your authentic voice and expertise are what clients are seeking. They don't want Hollywood production values, right? And the biggest thing, I'm sorry, I keep saying that. I really love this topic. I'm glad we got into it. I'm very passionate about it. Listen, just smile. Sometimes just smiling through it will get you through. Keep it. And sometimes when nerves kick over, we go into panic phase. You just got to smile. When I'm doing this in front of people, I forget my words. And can I tell you a reality around that? I don't write a script because I won't follow it. I found myself that I do better off script because if I have words, I will forget them. And I found that when I talk about what I know and what I'm comfortable in, I don't need them. And it just makes it like, you'll notice like I kick back to my slide just to make sure I'm on topic. And I'm also a believer if you want to have some kind of visual piece, kind of like there's too many words on my slides tonight. I'll admit that, but I didn't have the time to edit them down like I usually like to, and that's okay. Because I usually start with a concept and they break it down, right? And I think these are a little too wordy, and that's all right. But just so you know, if you ever have a visual component in your videos, it's very easy. You guys know because you're probably watching. It's very hard to see a lot of words. A lot of people can't process it in real time. So small words, bullet points are the way to go. And that also doesn't put you onto a script. It keeps you on topic, but doesn't because when you have a script, you tend to just read the script. So I actually don't like to do it. But that's a comfort thing that takes time. All right, this is way too many words. What was I thinking today? Questions. What do you have as specific challenges? Does anybody have any platforms that they use? I know we talked about Canva and CapCut before that they love, but anything else? Technical questions. No questions too basic. What do we have? You're going to start this journey today. I can feel it. I just put this fun quote in here. The travel industry thrives on trust and personal relationships. Video allows you to scale that personal touch, showcase your expertise, and connect with more travelers than ever before. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as video transforms how you connect with your clients and grow your travel advisory space. Same. Edits, Meta's answer to CapCut. Oh, I didn't even know about that, Anthony. That's good to know. How about any good video and photo editing tools? I have Canva already, but looking for better. Anyone have any photo editing tools? I'll be honest, I do not. So I don't want to put like I know there. I mean, I would edit. I had an app called, hold on. Should I start with some sort of introduction video of my pub? Yes. I dare say the greatest video you can start with is telling everyone who you are and how you got started. Absolutely. That's a great idea, Patty. Lightroom. Thank you. You just nailed it, Anthony. That is the one I downloaded. There is a cost to Lightroom, though, if I'm correct. Mobile's free. Okay, got it. Thank you. Do you recommend prioritizing social media over building email lists, email marketing? There's so much to learn. Oof. This is a heavy question, right? It's kind of like chicken and the egg. I'm going to leave this up for one more second. Again, my email is laura@worldvia.com, and then I'm going to bring this down so we can talk a little bit more face to face. I'm going to stop sharing and open this up a little bit more. So it's a chicken and the egg, right? But I do believe social media is broadening your bucket, so to speak. I'm losing words right now, where email is redirecting your information to the people within that bucket, right? So you're getting the people into the email with what you're putting out on social, and then you're directing your conversation to those that you have the emails for. Now, there is, when you're learning about people, when you say, if you get, I know Rocky does a lot of events, right? So you're getting names of these events, you don't know them. That's even the same with social. So you do need to do a little bit of directive conversation, but that's a great space for a newsletter in your emails to sell yourself a little bit in those spaces if you only have the email, and then direct them to your social. So it kind of feeds the other. Kathy, how do you add a call to action in a video? Oh, that depends on the social source. Okay. Certain social platforms will allow you to put a link in the caption. And this is not the caption, closed caption. This is actually the caption. Some of it has to be in the comments. Some of it has to be in your bio. So that changes per the tool you are using. So just be careful about that. The catchphrase is always great. I follow a YouTuber who always starts with "Good morning, world." Oh, I like that. I like "Good morning, world." That's cute. I agree. Catchphrases are great. Even if it's not a beginning catchphrase, and a great end catchphrase is a good place to go with it. Okay. They even sell cool t-shirts. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Lilith, so can you create and edit your video in Canva and then upload it to your Facebook group? Yes, you can. Yeah. Yep. Now, editing capabilities in the free version of Canva, they just like barricade some of them. They're gate kept. They're kind of, what do they call it? Like a paywall on some of them, but there's more than enough that you can do before the paywall. Scott, still don't want to hijack, but I'd like to ask my question of NCL. Yeah, let's ask it. This is a moment to do it while other people are coming up with some other questions and things. Whoa, there it is. So I'm trying to get on board ships for inspections video this fall. Lynn's been great, but right now no BDMs are scheduling escorted inspections for ship times. I wanted to see if we can get some together that would be interested to do. What can get a ooh. Okay. Scott, what I need you to do, one, we can definitely gauge some inches on here, but I need you to email myself, so Laura@worldvia.com, and Erica at worldvia.com, and I can see what we can do there. Because that chair is a little bit of help, but that I think that can be done. And there might be something in the works or that might be helpful. I'm not sure. So that's why I want Erica tagged in there as well. And I'll explain to her why you're emailing in the morning, because I'm going to see her in the morning. She's on the same flight as me. I have the pro in Canva, but definitely haven't utilized it to its full potential. I feel like I need a Canva masterclass. Ooh, does anybody know of any Canva masterclasses? I do not. But anyone can point a direction there for anyone. I have learned kind of like a toddler in Canva. I just kind of get my way through it. Oh, Christopher says he does, and he will link it. Fabulous. because that's really helpful. I hate when I have to kind of struggle and tumble through things. That's how I did with Canva. Um, I used to do my presentations through Canva. This is kind of a sidebar talk. I have switched to Gamma because it's AI triggered, so it helps edit my stuff down because I dump a lot of thoughts in and it helps me kind of get it to a better place. Skillshare free trials. Interesting. Skillshare. Okay. Skillshare. That seems like the good call on this one. Okay. So how do we feel about tonight? How do we feel? Do we feel a little bit better about it? Did we get some good information from tonight? What are we thinking? Are we thinking we're going to post a video soon? Are we thinking we're going to post a video next week? When are we committing? What are we doing? I'm going to commit. Oh, I will pop it in the chat. My email is Laura@worldvia.com. And I'm also going to put Erica in there because I want you to tag her in there. Erica@worldvia.com. Perfect. Oh, I get it. Well, if it does continue to grow, we should do a video chat. Ooh. So let me see what I was going to commit to. I'm going to commit to 3 videos while I'm on the quest with us. I'm saying it to y'all to hold myself accountable. I'm committing to 3. I would love for those of you that, especially we have a lot of regulars on here tonight, who's willing to commit. I'm not going to be here next week. I'll be back the week after. So I even gives you 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'd love to see everybody but post 1. And what I will say is email me the link or tell me where it's at, where I can find it. Post 1 or who's going to match me with 3. I'm down for a challenge. Lindsay can commit to 1. Okay. Okay. It could be a lot. You can commit to 1, Wanda. I love it. I'll try and do a room tour, Robert. I will. You can commit to 3. Yes. I'm writing all this down. We're committing just to 1. It could be a little baby one. It could be a long one. Let's commit to 1. I love this. Yay, Julie. Listen, one never hurt nobody. We can do 3. I know we can. I did 3 just for the Backstreet Boys alone, guys. I know I could do 3 on this cruise. So I know you guys have 3, but I'll take 1. So 1, so we meet back again. Let me look at the calendar. We meet back again the 14th. So I'm going to have a laundry list of videos to watch before the 14th. If you have before then, Laura@worldvia.com, send them my way, or you could post them in the group. If you're feeling brave, you don't have to. You can just send it to me. And one specifically on I will ride the aqua coaster. I am so fun fact about me. I'm mildly an adrenaline junkie, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I want to be in bed by 8:30 in my PJs reading a book. But I love a good coaster. I have jumped out of an airplane. I fear few things. So I will definitely be riding the aqua coaster. I cannot wait. Can we watch the bloopers too behind the scenes? Probably. I'm using my daughter as manipulative. She's coming with me. So I'm gonna have her record some things, which I never usually have that. So we'll see how this turns out. But I'm excited. All right. I'm gonna write down everybody that committed to 1 at the end of this. We'll see what we get. Remember, send to Laura@worldvia.com. I'm gonna let y'all go. We're 2 minutes after because I have to go pack. I gotta get out this door at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, which was not part of the plan. Thank you. So many of you showed up tonight. I really appreciate it because I know it was not part of your plan. I am so incredibly grateful for all of y'all. I cannot wait to see you when I come back. I cannot wait to watch these videos. And it's going to be so fun. And I know you're going to crush it. And we will talk so soon. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you for, I will have a great trip. You're going to see all about it because I'm going to post 3 videos. I'm not hard to, let's be clear. I'm not hard to find on TikTok. I am just at Laura DeVeiga. I do have some silly videos on there. Feel free to enjoy it. I don't have a ton on there, but it is my personal, so don't judge it. There are some silly nonsense in there, but feel free to follow me there. That's where I'm going to try and post them. So, I'm so happy to do it, Christopher. I love doing this. I love showing up for all y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go enjoy your dinners, go enjoy your evenings, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.